Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Wayne Scott, the founder and president of LifeHouse Theater, and it is... Thank you. It is a special honor to be here with you tonight, and we're just so excited. My heart is full. Most of the dearest people I know are here tonight. We want to thank you. In fact, we got a little bit of a late start because we had so many turn out for our 25th anniversary, and we really appreciate that. This is truly a special occasion because we've spent the last 25 years getting ready for it, just for tonight, you know, and so we're so glad that you had a hand in all of that. You know, we've just heard Autumn Manson sing the timeless classic, "Great is Thy Faithfulness," and LifeHouse would be nowhere and nothing without God's faithful presence, prompting, and providence. And in fact, we're calling our new silver anniversary season, as you may note in your program, it's a season of remembrance as we celebrate God's continued faithfulness. And it's fitting to be here at Trinity Church, where so much of our work began back in 1986. I was an associate pastor here, and some of our first productions were staged at Trinity. And so to those of you who have worked with us way back then, and countless others who may have helped along the way, please know how grateful I am, truly, heartfelt, for all that you've done and for your part of this along the way. I'm also grateful for this man. You're wondering, who is this fellow standing here? He's my bodyguard. No, he's not. He graciously... He graciously has joined us tonight as our guest master of ceremonies. He's a former student of mine from my days teaching at Arrowhead Christian Academy back in 19 blah, blah, blah. I think it was the 80s. It was. Boy, who remembers the 80s? When I began the drama department there at ACA, this fellow was among the eager, talented students there who soon graduated and then joined me in laying the foundation for LifeHouse Theater. He was our first director, our first choreographer, set builder, and he assisted the foreman on the remodeling of our current resident theater on Church Street. So please welcome Richard Tubbs.
Thank you. Thank you for the warm welcome, but Wayne and I, we're here to welcome you. And so tonight, we're welcoming our LifeHouse season subscribers, our longtime guests, our many cast storytellers, and some of our many hundreds of alumni here tonight, our many hardworking volunteers, the staff, and our advisory board members. And we have members of the media and some special guests we will have the pleasure of meeting shortly.
Welcome one and all to LifeHouse Theater's 25th season celebration. 25 years. I think I was only about 10 when we started.
Must have been.
But, you know, as a faith-based community theater arts outreach, let's take a moment now, if we would, to acknowledge and thank the one who has made all things possible. So if you'd please join me in prayer. Father in heaven, my heart truly is full tonight, and so are the hearts of so many here, hearts full of gratitude. Thank you for sustaining our outreach for 25 years. First thing we learn about you in Genesis 1:1 is that you yourself are creative. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. So we acknowledge that you are the author of all creativity, and we thank you for the creative gifts you've entrusted to those who release those gifts on our stage as well as behind the scenes. We welcome you here now as our unseen, invited guest, and we ask you to bless all that happens under your watchful eye, as you have. We also ask for your continued blessing on the coming new season. We pray that your plans will be our plans, and we thank you again for the opportunities to serve the community that you've given us. In Jesus' name, amen. Well, Rich, not even I know what is happening this evening completely, so I'm going to turn everything over to you, but I want to thank everyone for the opportunities that we've had. And first, though, before I turn it over to you, I need to ask, what have you been up to since you so shamelessly and heartlessly left us?
Well, when I left, I moved up to the Bay Area where I married my high school sweetheart, and I taught middle school up there in Cupertino, and then I moved to Carlsbad, and for the last 12 years, I've been principal of Hope Elementary, and I currently live in San Diego with my wife and 2 children, and every once in a while, you bring me back here for a round table performance or two, because after 28 years, that show still sticks right up here. So it's a delight to come here. Right there. But I think the main thing that I've been doing all these years is applying the life lessons that I have learned working alongside this man.
Now, that's not in the script. Wait
I firmly believe,
see that there.
I firmly believe
It's not there.
that the education I received here at LifeHouse prepared me for my role in my job working with my own school community. And as many of you know, in working with Wayne, he has a gift for bringing out the best in all of us. And he knows how to help us develop those God-given skills so that we learn to serve others and to share God's love. So Wayne, I'm very grateful for your mentorship, your guidance, your vision, your encouragement, and I'm sure everyone here joins me in saying thank you for being part of this community and for creating LifeHouse Theater. I, like so many here, we are very honored and very proud to be part of what you've created here. So thank you, thank you, thank you. It's amazing.
Thank you very much, Rich. Thank you. It means a lot. Well, we owe you a debt of gratitude for all you've done in our formative years, so thank you, Rich.
And those have been some amazing years.
Yes.
In fact, we saw God's hand in making all of these dreams come true for LifeHouse. So now, sit back and let's take a look at some highlights of that incredible 25-year journey.
The truth to which you adhere is radically intolerant. You are blinded by bias. You wish to do away with all religion when many in your own field of interest insist that religion does serve a positive function in any society.
You killed my sister! You hit her on the head with a shovel and she died the next day.
Each has a hurt they must forgive. A neighbor who turned them in. A brutal guard. A sadistic soldier.
I don't care what's right. God, I hate this man and... Lord, forgive me, but I just want to go on hating him.
I thought I heard my Cosette.
No, only me.
You went away. Did you fetch my Cosette? Is she here?
Please, you're not well. Please, lie down.
It is an honor to serve you, and with God's help, I will protect you with all my strength and all my heart.
It's been ages since I have told you how much I love you, hon. I want our marriage to revive.
Won't that be cozy? Of course, the palace is very large. Maybe we could all move in here and live happily ever after. How does that sound?
Well, you must have come from very far away and must be hungry and tired.
Oh, I am!
Well, this will do the trick then.
My favorite! Thank you so much!
Yes. And have a nice little nap while you're at it.
Lion, floor, don't wet the floor.
10. I said 10. Not for 12 or 11, not for 9 or 8 or 7, but for 10. I said 10. Spare the life of scoffing folks, imminent destruction hoax. I said 10. How about 10?
You've only delayed his execution a moment or two. But first, I'll take care of you!
Mother!
I'm coming, my shadow! I'll save your life! Lazarus! Lazarus!
Until we meet again, gentlemen.
All the things you can think, any thinker who thinks can come up with a few. All the things you can think. Think a trip on a ship to the vicar of it, or to Solace Think a beautiful slop with a cherry on top.
I won't bow down. What is wrong with you?
I won't
Bow down, bow down.
I won't, for I am a Jew.
With some hope and faith and prayer, Wonderland is everywhere.
Curse with this face, oh my God, why me? Such a disgrace, but I long to be free, how I long to be free. Join me now, Het and Kum, and the God of the sun and the God of the moon. I summon you that I would prevail over Memphis and Erin and this plague of hail. Light the candles, sound the drums, let us make way for the gods to come.
Another fallen hero whose name will never be known. And all around are other wounded soldiers whose candles in life have grown dim. But for this wounded soldier, dear God, please take care of him.
Heavens, may my heart praise your glory and earth. Your power and presence is bursting with breath. Your power and presence, life conquering death.
Face to face we'll share one heart, and tomorrow won't erase what only God can start. We're face to face, all things are clear. I'll wipe away your tears. Face to face, never to part. Face to face, we'll share one heart.
Now hold this close, so all will know I give.
To find a fleeting trace, I wander dark and always.
I search the woods for signs. Is it merely an illusion that I am not meant to find? Will there ever be a love that I can know is truly mine?
No more love, no beauty, no compassion, no tender mercies will come my way. No more hope,
no gracious sweet communion. I lost it all on that fateful day. Oh, fateful day.
Wow. Amazing. Never imagined from 25 years ago in my wildest dreams that God would do so much to grow LifeHouse and sustain it all these years. So many lives changed for the better. And from the beginning, Wayne always planned for LifeHouse to be distinctive, not a place for glitz, glamour, or egos. He always envisioned it as a service organization to serve families and communities in the Inland Empire by telling great stories well, pointing audiences to the author of inspiration, and not only that, to give back to the community. And as we continue our theme of remembrance, Wayne will share the other ways that LifeHouse gives back to the community. And he will be joined now by LifeHouse General Manager and my friend from high school, Jeff DeWitt.
Thank you so much, Rich. I appreciate that. And you two remember each other from way back. They were actually in the same class. I always regarded one as brilliant and the other as handsome, and I don't want to say which is which. I'll let you guys decide. No, seriously, before we get started with all that, they were in the same class, and we had some wonderful memories even back then, but who would have guessed that over 30 years later, we'd still be still be working with each other.
I have high tolerance.
Yeah, evidently you do. But I do want to say a couple of words about Jeff from my heart. He's really an unsung hero in many ways. A lot of folks don't even know the half of what he does, and sometimes I don't, because he's working so hard behind the scenes. But he is mostly responsible for a lot of our public relations. I mean, our seats don't magically fill themselves. He gets those press releases out. He's tirelessly working with the press, getting all those publicity photos together. But he helps in countless ways behind the scenes and has been my right-hand man all these many years. And Jeff, I can't thank you enough for all that you've done to make that possible. Appreciate it. It's my turn, isn't it?
Yes, enough mush, let's get to this.
All right. LifeHouse began as a touring company, you may know, and it has been a great blessing to see that tradition continue under the direction of Eric Bishop and his establishment of LTO, LifeHouse Theater Outreach. Yes, indeed. I'd like to brag about them a little bit because LifeHouse Theater Outreach, Eric and a talented troupe of volunteer storytellers do everything from sing carols at hospitals to collect food for the poor and school supplies for students in need. And the LTO has staged more than 50 performances all over Southern California and even a tour in Oregon. And in 2012 alone, Eric and company gave 26 performances of Heroes of the Faith. A real highlight has been LTO's impact during 2 occasions when the company performed at the Chino Women's Prison. And they were met with heartfelt cheers and touching testimonials from the women there who were starved for meaningful stories that encouraged their faith and pointed to redemption.
In addition, LifeHouse produces a regular series of Sunday night specials. These have been especially thought-provoking, such as the one-man shows Damien, the true story of a priest who ministers to a leper colony in Hawaii, and the story of St. Patrick and his redemptive work in Ireland. Other specials explore timeless themes of love and forgiveness. And a new series of Sunday night specials will begin in September, but we do have the remaining slate for this year right up there. So we have Helen Keller coming up at the end of June. In September, the return of the amazing Zach, along with another Zach. So it's Zach to Zach, back to back. Magic and fun. And the return of A Christmas Song in My Heart this December. Now, since 2001, LifeHouse has also presented Life Tales, fun musical biographies of historic figures that are produced especially for area school students. Thousands of students visit LifeHouse each year to witness the life stories of Jackie Robinson, George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Florence Nightingale, and so many others. Teachers love these educational field trips, and next season, LifeHouse will present the Wright brothers and General George Washington. Also, for the past 14 years, under the leadership of Daphne Hunter, LifeHouse hosts regular performances with interpretation for the deaf community of the Inland Empire.
We love giving back, and that is such a huge part of who we are at LifeHouse. We want to be a service organization. We've also worked to export our productions to other locales and organizations who value the faith-affirming themes of our scripts. So we maintain an online script catalog, and as a result, our productions are performed throughout the United States. And we're not only seeing our productions staged nationally, and you can see the titles and the number of the performances where they're staged across the United States. This is a typical...
This isn't even all of them.
No, it's a typical year, I think, of where our performances are, or where our productions are staged, and it just boggles my mind. But in addition, we have also seen them produced internationally. And so you're part of something really big, folks, not just through your support of LifeHouse, but you're supporting us in helping to get some of these stories out there as we tell good stories well. That's our goal. You're part of this global reach in South Africa, Tanzania, the United Kingdom, Italy, Norway, France, India, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, the Philippines, Australia, Mexico, Canada, Japan, and who knows, maybe one day North Korea, I suppose. Who knows? Let's pray on that, right? It's also a thrill to see our productions performed in other languages, such as our Joseph, currently running at LifeHouse on weekends, one more weekend to go. Our current musical at LifeHouse, Joseph, has recently been performed in Germany, and to hear it in that tongue is quite something. So we use a royalty sliding scale because we want our musicals to be affordable for any organization, and those fees and funds, proceeds, go into our general fund to keep LifeHouse strong.
We should also mention that our audio drama series, LifeHouse Theater on the Air, is circulating and available with more than 10,000 copies sold nationwide. And through the Bright Star Network, select LifeHouse musicals are broadcast internationally on television. And all of our audio dramas are on iTunes and pretty much everywhere you can get them digitally, too. So
one day we'll take over the world in the knowing. And then locally, we partner with Youth Hope in helping them dramatize the poignant stories of homeless teenagers. And there are a lot of them in this area, and we want to see that change as they do. And we work with the Salvation Army to have groups of men who are reforming their lives come to see our musicals. Most of the time, it's the first time they've ever seen a musical. And some of you actors know that they're some of our most enthusiastic audiences because they're turning their lives around. And we love to help them get a start and see other people who can be very positive models for them.
Absolutely the most responsive audience we ever get. They're fantastic.
We love the Salvation Army men. And then we also have our outreach to the patients at Ronald McDonald House and their families are welcome guests at LifeHouse. And these are the kinds of things we're proud to support, and we appreciate your partnership in all these endeavors because you're helping to make this all happen year after year after year. And this is our way of giving back because we've been so blessed. Thank you, Jeff.
And yet another outreach example of LifeHouse is its affiliation with Michael and Kelsey Milligan and their Stage Right dance and drama classes, which are offered right here at LifeHouse. And the classes are offered for virtually all ages. You're never too old to enjoy performing arts. And, as we're about to discover, some elderly gentlemen will prove that appearances can be deceiving.
I think we should be concerned.
And Aaron, wow. And I guess it's very fitting that we're celebrating our upcoming season of remembrance because that was a very memorable performance. Thank you, thank you. One thing truly worth remembering is all the talent that comes through the LifeHouse family, as we've just seen. And the talent here at LifeHouse is very multifaceted, which brings us to the great honor and pleasure of awarding our annual LifeHouse Scholarship up to $1,000. This is our 14th year of saluting a student who is either in college or about to enter college. Many past winners who have participated on our stage or behind the scenes have gone on to great achievements in the arts. Candidates are asked to submit academic records and letters of recommendation. They're also asked to answer some essay questions about how they envision the theatrical arts and their own faith to exert a positive influence in our culture. Wayne will now announce the results of the Scholarship Committee's deliberations. Wayne.
Thank you, Rich. The committee has concluded, and I certainly agree, that this year's applicants were especially outstanding, and this made the decision difficult, which is a testimony to the caliber of the candidates. Each has achieved academic excellence, high grade point averages, community service, and a demonstrated commitment to making a difference in the arts through faith in God as they pursue careers in the years ahead. My thanks to each of the students who applied, and I think you're all here this evening. This year, the committee has chosen to honor 2 students. That's usually a sign it was very difficult to choose. The first winner wrote in her essay, quote, "Most theaters are about who gets the lead. My heart has been sincerely drawn to LifeHouse because it isn't about that. It's a place to have fun, but more than that, it's a place to share God's love on that stage. Where else can you do that? Through my experiences at LifeHouse, I have been inspired to create a similar environment for my students when I become a teacher. I pray I will be able to create a similar theater program for my students." Our first award goes to Megan Alfaro. Where are you, Megan? Ah, there she is. Come on up, come on up. We want everyone to see you, and there you are, and we are very proud of you. And I got to look at the materials that you submitted as well after the committee, and I'm just so proud of you. We are blessed by your talents on stage, and we look forward to some many great things ahead. So thanks for all you've done. Appreciate it. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Good job. I think Megan's getting married to somebody or other sometime soon. It's another LifeHouse marriage. All those LifeHouse marriages and further LifeHouse productions, that's just amazing, isn't it? Well, our second winner wrote in her essay, quote, "Through LifeHouse Theater, I have learned that God's timing is perfect. Through countless productions, we have faced seemingly insurmountable obstacles in launching productions, especially new musicals. God has always provided who or what we need at just the right moment. My time at the theater has taught me that whether I am sweeping the floor or playing the lead, every role is important. I feel called to the arts, and I hope to be a role model, encourager, and mentor to the next generation. Through the arts, we can show how to love like Ruth, be courageous like Esther, brave like King David, or trust like Job. All art has a message. By using my gifts in theater, I hope to ensure that the message is one of God's redeeming grace." Our second award goes to Jennifer DeWitt. So proud of you. Thank you. Appreciate it. You're related to someone I think I've worked with in the past, and really appreciate that. And you know, our staff, and let me just say a word about the staff for a moment. They are hardworking folks, and in the nonprofit world, nobody gets what they normally get out there in industry. And they give so many hours. Our front box office staff are some amazing people. They're the front lines. You all talk to them when you make your reservations, and I'm so proud of them. I don't need to do any performance reviews because I hear from you that they're just wonderfully gracious ladies. And from there, we have Jeff and all the others. And if I start naming names, we'll be here all night. But I'm just so blessed. And Jennifer, thank you for the sacrifice you make to have Jeff with us so many hours and for putting up with me as well. I appreciate that. All right, back to you, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks. And congratulations and compliments to this year's winners. Nice. We certainly look forward to seeing where God leads you both as you pursue your own careers. Now, many LifeHouse alumni have gone on to professional pursuits in theater, television, and film. Many others have gone on to a wide variety of careers spanning all walks of life and geographical locations. There are several thousands now. Many members of our LifeHouse family have sent their best wishes on this festive occasion of LifeHouse Theater's silver anniversary. And here are just some of the many dozens of our family who have contacted us. Take a look.
First show I did at LifeHouse Theater was in 2013 of Snow White.
My first LifeHouse show was The Little Mermaid in 2011.
And I first auditioned for Anna Green Gables back in the late 90s.
My very first show was Casey and the Caravan, 1995.
In 2017, my first LifeHouse show was Beauty and the Beast. During one of the rehearsals, my shoe flew off while I was dancing. Mr. Scott looked at me and said, "You know what? The shoe must go on." Happy 25th anniversary, LifeHouse. This place means home to me, and I pray many more shoes, shows, go on here.
My first show at LifeHouse was The Three Musketeers in 2013. Both my son and I were in the show, and well, we've been hooked ever since. And the main reason is because we took to heart Wayne's vision of LifeHouse being an artistic beacon of excellence, honoring God.
Wayne creates a wonderful environment to work in for the actors, for the crew, and for audiences. He brings a spirit of compassion, of excitement, of camaraderie, and that's infectious, and everyone who's a part of LifeHouse has experienced that.
Being a part of the LifeHouse family is something that I cherish because you are constantly being prayed for and supported and encouraged, and that's something that you don't necessarily get to do everywhere else.
LifeHouse has done so much for me, but I would say the main thing LifeHouse has done is given me confidence. I used to be so shy and would never talk to anyone, and I can't imagine myself being where I'm at today without LifeHouse.
LifeHouse has brought me out of my shell and opened the doors for many new friendships.
I love LifeHouse because of the message. The message is so important.
The blessing of being able to raise my children in a theater which shares God's love, and now my grandchildren, and to share my gifts as well, has been the greatest blessing.
Wayne Scott and LifeHouse Theater mean a lot to me. LifeHouse is a place where everyone can come and be themselves and experience the love of God.
It has been such an honor to work with every single one of you, and I especially want to thank Wayne and LifeHouse for giving me this wonderful family and supporting me.
When you are in a LifeHouse show, your cast just becomes your family, and it's just so stinking special.
Again, when I think of LifeHouse, that's what I think of, family.
LifeHouse to me is more than a theater, it's a family.
I think the most important things to me are the friendships that I have made. LifeHouse has really given me the opportunity to practice what it means to be a good friend and to see that practice to me as well.
LifeHouse has meant a lot to me throughout the years, but the most tangible way it has touched my life is definitely through the relationships.
I've really appreciated the relationships that have developed in and through LifeHouse. I'm up here in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado getting ready to get married, and one of the most significant things for me is that 3 of the men who will stand with me on my wedding day I met through LifeHouse.
Without being in LifeHouse, I wouldn't have had my daughter. I wouldn't have had such good friends that I've come to know through the years.
Thank you, LifeHouse. You saved my life.
The next 25 years are going to be iconic.
I wanted to just take a moment, Wayne, and thank you for the impact you've had in my life and the lives of so many others over the past 25 years.
I was blessed on that production to have Wayne Scott as my co-star, and he was delightful, an absolute pleasure to work with, and as soon as that check clears the bank, Wayne, I'll have even more nice things to say about you.
Wayne Scott, congratulations on this tremendous accomplishment of 25 years.
I know it took a lot of prayer, divine intervention, but also your leadership and perseverance. Thank you so much for your dedication and your commitment to excellence. And thank you to all the volunteers that have been through the doors at LifeHouse Theater for the past 25 years to make it what it is today.
We just wanted to give a shout out to Wayne and LifeHouse and everybody who's been in the cast over the past 25 years. Congratulations.
Happy 25th anniversary. Thanks so much.
Congrats on 25 years.
Congratulations on the 25th anniversary of LifeHouse.
Congratulations on 25 years.
Congratulations on 25 years.
Congratulations on 25 years.
Happy 25 years, LifeHouse.
Congratulations to Wayne for 25 years of LifeHouse Theater.
We want to congratulate Wayne on 25 years of successful LifeHouse productions.
Congratulations, LifeHouse, on 25 years, and here's to many, many more. Love you all. See you down the dusty road.
Congratulations on 25 years, LifeHouse. God, I'm old.
Wow. So many great messages, great stories, and I'm sure there are literally hundreds more out there. And wow, what a...
As a matter of fact, I don't know if my mic is on. Oh, yes, there it is. I've been told to tell you that there are extended versions of these videos that will be posted, and so we can get those details out to you, but you'll want to look for those because there's some just amazing, gracious, wonderful things from very thoughtful, kind people.
So many lives have been touched. Love that. Wonderful. And now we have a very special honor. We get to welcome to our LifeHouse family the Honorable Paul Foster, Mayor of Redlands. Mr. Foster. Welcome.
Thank you all very much. This past Thursday, as many of you probably know, was the National Day of Prayer. We had the Mayor's Prayer Breakfast here at the University of Redlands. The theme this year was God's gift to our community. In my presentation, what I identified as God's greatest gift to our community was its people. And I can't think of a better example of that tonight than the man and the organization that we're honoring. Wayne, if you would join me over here, I'd appreciate it. Redlands is known as the jewel of the Inland Empire. And I always say it's made up of lots of jewels, and you're certainly one of those. And there's a wonderful proclamation here with all kinds of whereases and what fors, but I won't bore the entire audience with them, but they say what a wonderful guy you are. Except it does say on here that you're a Rotarian, and as a Kiwanian, I have a little trouble with that.
That's all right.
Sorry, Zach. But on behalf of the Redlands City Council and the 70,000 residents of Redlands, as the mayor, it's my privilege to be here today and to present this proclamation to you and to wish you God's blessing on all your work here. And may God bless all of you and your support for this ministry. It means a lot to our community. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you so much.
God bless you.
And the honors continue as we now welcome a district representative from the office of State Senator Mike Morell's office, Mr. Shane Massoud.
Good evening, everyone. Again, my name is Shane Massoud, and I'm representing State Senator Mike Morell, who represents the 23rd Senate District. Wayne, if you would please come over.
Might as well just stay up.
You're going to have a permanent spot here tonight, right here.
Thank you.
You know, just watching those personal testimonies goes to see how far-reaching your personal mission statement is, as well as what you've set forth for LifeHouse. We want to congratulate you on this 25th anniversary. We want to wish you success in the next 25 years plus. We have a certificate of recognition, not only from the state senator that I'm representing, Senator Mike Morell, but also a certificate from Assemblyman Mark Steinorth, both congratulating you on your success, wishing you the best as you continue in this endeavor. So congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us. And now, please welcome the Executive Director of the Redlands Bowl Performing Arts, Bev Noor.
I didn't know I'd have to walk up here in heels, Wayne. Thanks.
I didn't know you were here.
First of all, I want to say something about the LifeHouse family and all these marriages and children. What is in the water? That's what I want to know. Wayne, I don't have anything honorable like our mayor has to give to you, but my heartfelt congratulations to the LifeHouse family and to you, especially, friend. You have taken us on magical journeys from the Emerald City to now the countrysides of France and everywhere in between. But you have thrilled bowl audiences for many years and really contributed to the cultural landscape of our whole region. So I want to thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
And thank this whole team.
Thank you. Love working with you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And thank you to our special guests for joining us this evening. We appreciate you being part of the LifeHouse family and our special 25th anniversary celebration here. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our speaker tonight will share with you his reflections on the journey through 25 years of theatrical experiences. I'm proud and very honored to invite to the center of the stage the founder and president of LifeHouse Productions, Wayne Scott.
Thank you. Aren't you getting a little sick of me yet? Anyway, thank you. You're so kind, all of you. And this has been my honor and my privilege, this entire journey, and I believe it's God ordained. I can remember working at the state capitol, and you see our timeline in the program of a lot of things that have happened along the way, and it's been through God's sovereignty that this has even happened. But I remember during weekends off from the Capitol when I was an intern up there, I went to see a Mary Poppins revival. The old movie was being replayed, and I was so struck by the combination of animation and acting and the music and all of those things in tandem, and I saw the audience reaction. Back in those days, they actually gave standing ovations at movies, and I thought, boy, that's what I want to do. I want to help people take in a story that can help change their thinking, change their lives. You see, when you and I go to a movie, we're paying someone who knows how much money, it varies, to get their worldview pumped into our mind. And I've thought, gee, I don't want to boycott things I don't like or complain. I want to fight fire with fire in the marketplace of ideas. And so just an inkling of an idea came to mind that maybe there could be, since I'm not going to change Hollywood and barnstorm there and necessarily turn it upside down, but maybe we can do something that would be an alternative, sort of an alternative universe in my backyard, in our corner of the world, Salt and Light. And so I remember, and I like to tell stories, so I have a few props. I remember, in fact, Rich, I think you were sitting around there with some others at the coffee table there where we put together the first LifeHouse mailing list. And it's in this little card file box, which I've kept. And I think you told me earlier tonight you had, it comprised about 2 pages, right? 2 pages. And I think I heard the other day in our box office that we have an email list that's somewhere between 7,000 and 10,000, up to 10,000, I think now. And that's the Lord, not anything that I'm not clever enough to do all this. You've heard me say this before, 1 Corinthians 12 in action. And 1 Corinthians 12 talks about the body of Christ, and we each have a part in that. We each contribute to the whole. We can't do without any one of it, but all of us working together can create something with God's help that's much bigger than any one of us. Rich brought, and I haven't seen these in years, the first tickets for some of the productions we did. We started as a touring company, and that was the first year, and I guess we really got fancy the second year. The going price for admission for the first productions we staged, which were Heroes and then Esther, $4. That's a pretty good bargain, I'd say. Then the next year I see we went up to $7. We must have thought we were going to be all right there. First parking pass up at Arrowhead Springs, where we started getting off the ground there. Dr. Bill Bright was kind enough to see one of our productions of Scrooge, and he was the founder of Campus Crusade for Christ, and he was very gracious, and he and Vonette took me under their wing, and he even helped me get through seminary, helped pay my tuition, and that's why I like to make sure that we pay things forward and help other people, because I've been blessed from people who've helped me. I remember I was standing in Trinity Church back in about that time as we were starting to do productions, not sure what we'd become. We didn't dare dream we'd become a theater company. Maybe we could tour, maybe we could do some things with churches, but a standalone theater, how was that going to work? I developed a business plan, and I went to business friends of mine, and they said, "Oh, Wayne, that'll never work." I said, "Why not?" "Oh, you'll never get people to spend that much time, just volunteering time doing all of that kind of stuff." And I said, "But the difference is we have God. We have God who is going to help fuel that, because people of faith know that we can do great things together if we commit to Him and allow Him to work through us." And so thank you. That's true. That's true. I'm not smart enough, and so it's really a testimony to God that despite me and my limitations, the one thing I do know is to try to surround myself with people who have strengths in areas where I do not. And in fact, Rich, I think you were our first bookkeeper. And where's all that money gone, by the way? Anyway, I was standing at Trinity Church at the time where I was attending, and I'd been asked to maybe do some drama while I was also teaching at ACA. And I was standing next to a fellow that I'd never met. He was an older gentleman. Turned out he was a retiree. I didn't know that, but I was marveling at his voice. And his name was Chuck, and I met him there at church, and I said, "Chuck, you have an amazing voice." And at that time, I was casting for the very first production of Scrooge, our adaptation of A Christmas Carol. And I said, "Would you consider being in the show?" "Oh, no, I don't sing solos. I couldn't possibly do that." Well, after a lot of arm twisting and persuading and seeing him several weeks in a row at church, I said, "Would you consider, please?" And he said, I think he just gave in. He got tired of my nagging. And he played the role of Marley exquisitely for 5 years. And it meant so much to him that he played it until he passed away. But it meant so much that I didn't know this about him, but his widow presented me what he had gotten for himself, a license plate that he drove around town with. And some of you have maybe seen this hanging at our theater. Some of you didn't know it was there, but you need to look around the theater more and see what's there. It might surprise you. But I've hung this there because I realized what a great testimony of how God works, and that the theater arts and the arts in general can be used to change lives. I mean, today, kids aren't quoting from novels or newspapers. They're quoting from the movies. They're quoting from blogs and what's on the internet and the latest LOL and all of that. And so with that in mind, we have to fight fire with fire in the marketplace of ideas. We are a story-wired people, are we not? And in this culture of complaint, it seems, when we're on the social media and so forth, we should be presenting some alternatives out there for people to choose and decide for themselves what they want to see. But I find that when people come to LifeHouse and I stand in that arch and I shake hands with hundreds of people every year, some people give me prayer requests, some people say they've never seen anything like it. Do you know where our audiences come from? You might think, oh, mostly from Redlands and San Bernardino. No. We get about 3% from Redlands, but the other 97% come from everywhere else. Percent here, percent there, percent from Fontana, percent from Corona. We have quite a contingency that comes from Orange County. And they say, "Oh, Wayne, we can't get anything like this where we live, and we're in Orange County." And we have people from the mountains, the desert, as far away from San Diego regularly, Long Beach on the other end. It's amazing to me, the people from all walks of life who come, because they say they can't get what we do elsewhere. It's a shame, but they can't. So we'll be happy to supply that. And it tells me also that Hollywood doesn't quite get it. There's an underserved market of values out there that would be nice for people to enjoy. However, it has been daunting along the way. We have, this morning during devotions, my wife happened to read from Psalm 105, and I thought I was wondering what to share with you tonight as I've been working this week toward the details of tonight. And she pointed out the Psalm 105 was the observation of the life of Joseph, which we're staging right now, and it's been so much on my mind, his life. There's an interesting verse here, but I'll just read a portion. He, the Lord, called for a famine on the land of Canaan, cutting off its food supply. Then he sent someone to Egypt ahead of them, Joseph, who was sold as a slave. And they bruised his feet with fetters and placed his neck in an iron collar. And here's the verse that struck us. Until the time came to fulfill his dreams, the Lord tested Joseph's character. Until the time came to fulfill his dreams, the Lord tested Joseph's character. Haven't you been tested? Haven't you wondered if some of your dreams are ever going to come true? I know I have. And when we finally had the dream of actually opening a facility in an office mall, which became LifeHouse Theater at New Jersey Street, we were just amazed at how God had tested us along the way, and that dream came true. What I have here is a remnant from a costume of Esther. And in 1993, we had what we called the Great Fire of '93. We were, as I said, a touring company at that time. We haven't really even quite become LifeHouse. But we were traveling to various places and churches, and we were on our way to Temecula with our Esther set in the back of, was your dad's truck? And I'm driving along probably about 20 minutes behind you. We were coming back from San Diego and some work we were doing there. And we were on our way to Temecula to stage Esther at a big church there. And I'm driving along, and I had some other cast members with me in the car, and I see off to the shoulder of the freeway this truck smoldering, and ashes and just black and smoke. And I looked at that and I thought, boy, wouldn't that have been funny if that was our own scenery in our truck? And then I looked in the rearview mirror and said, that was our scenery in our own truck. And I did something very foolish. I got to the shoulder of the freeway and I backed up. I know, don't try that at home. It's not a good idea. But I was frantic because I knew Rich was driving, and I knew that Joe Sheridan, I think, was with you. And I didn't see them, and I panicked. I thought, what happened? And mercifully, when we stopped and I got out, you and Joe were behind some bushes coughing because you had smoke inhalation, and I just didn't see you because you happened to be in some brush. And I think the fire department came, and it was a muffler, that wasn't it, underneath the bed of the truck that had caught fire and heated up the bed, and that just, the scenery went up like, it would have been something to see, actually, yeah. But we were so thankful that everyone was all right. So, pardon the pun, but the word through the congregation spread like wildfire. And we got to the performance, and we had no scenery. But the cast did have their costumes. And so we just did bare stage. And I introduced the show, and I said, a funny thing happened on the way to the church tonight, to our performance. And they knew, and they were with us from the very first note. And all we had was a piano, I think, and they played the whole score. We did it live that way. And the church was on its feet, and they were so appreciative and so kind. They took an offering, and it paid for all the scenery. And that's when I knew that the testing of character, if you stay single-minded on what God has called us to do, we see good things happen even in the midst of what seems like a tragedy. In Genesis 50, we read that God took that which seemed evil and turned it to good. And that was a primary example of that. And I thought, all right, Chuck helped me realize that the arts change lives. I saw the reaction from the movie Mary Poppins. God provides when seemingly tragic things happen. We go on. The show goes on. The Lord does the rest. We have to trust him. And I was just amazed by that. I have here another prop, a light bulb. Although they didn't look like light bulbs like this back then, but anyway, in a power strip, because when we moved into our current facility at Church Street, I was frantically writing our first adaptation of Heidi, and we knew we wanted that to be the first show at the LifeHouse Theater. Well, it wasn't to be because we had delays, some things with the city council, and you weren't there, Paul, so you can't be blamed for that. You're absolved. But understandable things, and delays with architecture and so forth. So there was a lot of difficulties. But the worst was I got a call at the evening that, as I was working on Heidi, that we needed more power. Edison said, we don't have enough power. I said, well, what's that going to cost? $20,000. We'd already raised $180,000 in about 3, 4, 5 months to get into the facility and remodel it, and Rich helped with that. And I was only assigned to sand the armrests, I think, and stain them because they didn't trust me with power tools. And so I did my little part. But where are we going to get 20,000? I thought we'd begged, borrowed, and stolen everything we could to open LifeHouse Theater at Church Street. And I had forgotten that we had applied for a grant from Lazy Boy months and months earlier. And just 2 days later, I get a call that the Lazy Boy Foundation would like to give us a grant for $25,000. I have a credit card here, and some of you know that about 3 or 4 years ago, we had a terrible situation with credit card fraud that began to drain our LifeHouse bank account inexplicably until we realized that we knew that there was fraud happening. We reported it, even got the FBI involved because we knew it was probably international. Someone was using credit cards to test, credit card numbers, I should say, to test whether the card numbers were valid, and they were using our donation portal. So we kept getting money, and we thought, oh, that's wonderful, but where's it all coming from? Then we realized it was fraud going on. We reported it. No problem. The problem was the bank decided to charge us $25 for each time we made it right, each of the transactions, and there were several hundred transactions. So that starts adding up, and so I didn't know what to do, and I decided to just let people know about it. And without my even trying, the Sun newspaper called and said, my goodness, we heard about this, and they publicized it, and you know who came to our rescue? You did. People swarmed they got the number of the merchant service provider that was, and the bank that was doing those charges, and they swamped them. So finally the bank called us and said, we're raising a white flag. Call your people off. I said, I didn't do anything. I didn't want to put people up to that. It's just that we just want you to do the right thing. What a concept. Do the right thing. We're helping you. We're preventing the fraud. We're doing the right thing. Come on, do the right thing. And they did. And they were only too happy to do that. Once again, I couldn't control those things. But and I could write a book. I am writing a book. I could list dozens and dozens and dozens of stories like that. And you can too, because you know in your own life how God provides. When David faced Goliath, he said, God is with me as before. He remembered when God helped him slay the lion. So he didn't have any problem with Goliath. We have some Goliaths ahead, of course. But with your help, we can see some great things happen. And I want now to pivot toward the future. What can we be doing ahead? Well, in a few moments, I'm going to announce an amazing new 25th season that you get to be a part of. But we also have so much more that we could be doing. In Chronicles, there's the whole sea of begats. So-and-so begat, so-and-so begat, so-and-so. And Jabez is noted for having said, Lord, enlarge my territory. And I remember reading that years ago before the best-selling book, The Prayer of Jabez, came out. But I was stunned by, in that sea of begats, all those boring, family trees, Jabez was noted because he said, Lord, enlarge my territory. We want to enlarge our territory and see what more we might be able to do to serve the community. In 1989, First Baptist Church Yucaipa, which I believe is now Grace Point, commissioned me to produce something called Bethlehem Marketplace, to design that, and a wonderful congregation. It was amazing how they got behind this. For 11 years, we staged this walk-through tour, which was taste, touch, sight, smell, sound. You were immersed in Bethlehem the day after Christ's birth, and we had 144 people at a time in groups of 12 go through this. Oh, some have called it a holy haunted house, sort of a spiritual Pirates of the Caribbean, or however. But it was 300 live actors and Jewish folk dancing, and you met Nicodemus of the Bible, and you went through his hospitium, and then you were escorted through the downtown, and you heard the gossiping women, and you heard the shepherds talk about angels they saw, and then it culminates in a living nativity scene. It was amazing. We had live animals and all kinds of things. This ran 11 years. Over 50,000 people walked through it. And I've designed 14 other things besides Bethlehem Marketplace that we just have never staged. But can you imagine all of that in one roof? Let me help you imagine that. Have you ever heard of something called the Renaissance Pleasure Fair? Where's our alternative? Why aren't we showing people this culture that is so driven to be moved by stories, to see something happen? Why can't we change our culture by walking them through those times? If I could share those surveys with you, it was our census, the surveys of those who went through Bethlehem Marketplace, and you could see the lives change. Nothing I've ever done, including LifeHouse Theater, has touched more lives than that has done. And it's been on my heart for years now to try to revive it in some way. And please pray about that. Maybe a year from now I'll have some news on that. I need some space, I need some seed money, and your help, and we might be able to do some amazing things by immersing people in those times and the best stories that can ever be told. We have access to the best stories to be told. Hollywood's got nothing on that. And so with your help, let's pray about that and think about that for the future, right? All right, we'll have a little bit more to say. But right now, thank you for that. Right now, I'd like to, I want to thank you also for this journey of 25 years with you. We wouldn't be here now if it weren't for you, and I deeply appreciate that. So as we look to the future now, let's dedicate what's ahead as we have a symbolic ribbon cutting. And it's a pleasure to recognize distinguished guests from the Highland Chamber of Commerce. With us tonight are the President of the Board, Stephanie Carnes. We have Board Secretary June Yamamoto, Executive Director Andrea De Leon, Chamber Member and Ambassador Cindy Larson, Board Member Debbie Christensen, and Member Ryan Volkemer. I believe we're all here this evening, and please come up and welcome them. And we deeply appreciate your being here with us tonight from the Highland Chamber of Commerce. This was quite a surprise when I learned about this, and we deeply appreciate your support of what we're trying to do as we look ahead to the future and dedicate that. And you know how so many chambers of commerce will welcome a new business by having a ribbon cutting ceremony, and they asked if we could do that this evening, and it seemed like a very fitting thing as we try to look ahead to the future and dedicate it to what God may do.
Well, first of all, we'd like to say thank you very much and for having us here this evening, Dr. Bradshaw. And we also would like to congratulate, of course, not just the theater, but of course to their leadership, but also to you for having such a fabulous facility that you come to, and what an enjoyable night tonight has been. I've learned so much about the LifeHouse and your dedication. It's really quite an honor to be here, really an honor to be here. But it's probably very fitting that it's an honor to see that you are reaching out to Highland and including us in your evening tonight. And we're very proud and very blessed to be here, and we're very excited. So I'm going to step to the side here and allow you to move towards the center.
There's some scissors here.
And we want to, of course, wish you the greatest successes for another 25 years.
Thank
Congratulations.
you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you again, Paul. Thank you, Shane. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you. It means a lot. Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. So that was very kind, and we appreciate your kindness this evening and your thoughtfulness in being here. And speaking of the future, first of all, I'd like to say that before I announce our new 25th season, we have complimentary, nice-sized refrigerator magnets ready for you. And so we're looking forward to your picking those up. Be sure to get one before you go, and it has the entire season on it. It's amazing that we've been able to keep it under wraps. I think it was told you before that Ben Franklin said that 3 people can keep a secret as long as 2 are dead. And I think there's some truth in that. I'd like to first of all tell you that we have a 9 production season coming up. We wanted to give you a great value. We want the 9th production season to be outstanding, and especially the 25th season to be outstanding, and to have a 9 production season would really, we thought, fill the bill. We're also going to try something new that our guests have been telling us that they might like us to begin a little earlier. So beginning with the new season, we're going to have 2 o'clock matinees and 7 p.m. evening times. And I've even surveyed our casts, and many of them have said they're excited about it. And we want to get you home earlier and hopefully get people out in the evenings and enjoy themselves. So those are some changes coming up. We'll be sure to help you steer toward that new change in the coming year. But we'll start that in our season, our first show of the season, which happens to be, we begin the new season with a Broadway classic. First time staged at LifeHouse, the stunning musical masterpiece, My Fair Lady. You told us that you wanted us to do that, and we felt that there were some good angles to that fit our mission statement. So we're going to stage My Fair Lady and kick off the season with something really special. Next, the return of our ever-popular, cherished Christmas classic, It's a Wonderful Life. And then in January, a world premiere LifeHouse original, a jazzy new musical of love and redemption, Prodigal Son. Experience a fresh new take on the biblical parable as the story of the prodigal son unfolds against the backdrop of a 1930s jazz club. This timeless lesson of love and forgiveness shines with a relevance that breaks through modern despair with inspirational joy. And our good friend Zach Marsh, who's been orchestrating, will be composing, and we're looking forward to a really exciting production in January. Next, audiences said they couldn't get enough. The return of our original musical epic of romance and intrigue, Phantom of the Opera. You like the season so far? Good, good. All right. Looking forward to bringing that back. And also back by popular demand, An Amazing Journey, Pilgrim's Progress. And then next up... You get the right accessory for this one. Oh! Oh, you were thinking Little Women. Oh, no, I guess not. It's Treasure Island, yes, Treasure Island. A swashbuckling tale of adventure and faith, and we know you enjoy it. We're looking forward to staging that. And then, yet another spectacular Broadway smash hit comes to LifeHouse for the first time, Mary Poppins. One of the most popular Disney movies we have the rights to, and we're looking forward to that. And we're going to capture hearts in a whole new way with the practically perfect nanny herself. And we look forward to having you join us for that next summer. And then next up after that, an inspirational original drama that we've only staged once before, and we're looking forward to having it back again, Les Miserables. You can tell your friends that, LifeHouse Theater is doing both, Les Miserables and Phantom of the Opera and Mary Poppins in the same season. My goodness. And then finally, everyone's funny favorite fairy tale will conclude our next 25th season, returns to warm hearts, Cinderella. Now, that's our upcoming 25th season, and we trust that you'll be excited to get your season pass this year. Tonight only, if you get your season pass, you will save $90 just for you because you came tonight, and we really appreciate that. All right, now, at this time, I'd like to ask two dear friends and members of our LifeHouse Advisory Board to join me, Dr. Gary Chan and Zach Tucker, if you would please come forward. We're going to wrap up quickly because everyone's been so patient in what's become a bit of a sauna, but we appreciate everyone hanging in there with us. We have a great past and a glorious future, and I've appreciated you and the other advisory board members in helping us all through these times, and past board members and all the people helping us behind the scenes. But the future is only as bright as our commitment and our resolve to do something positive going forward. We can do something, right? We have generally, even with the best attendance and best ticket price values and all the revenue and so forth coming in, as with most theater groups, ticket sales do not cover all the true costs that we have. In fact, it's about a 40% shortfall of the actual budget and the costs of running LifeHouse Theater. We have unglamorous costs such as insurance, liability insurance so guests don't get injured. You wouldn't believe how many thousands of dollars that costs just before we open our doors. And of course, unglamorous things like utilities and leases and all of those kinds of things, just for storage, and on it goes. That's about 120,000 years. 120,000 years. I know it feels like that at times. I've been talking too much about 25 years, and it's felt like it. That's about $120,000 each year. That is our shortfall, our budget shortfall. And so we have events like this to help raise that and make up the difference so that we can keep our prices accessible for all of you. So I'd like you to please consider what you might do even tonight or in the coming few days to help us make a good dent in that $120,000 shortfall that we have. We would really appreciate that. We count on raising as much as we can this evening, both through contributions that are tax deductible, of course, and also your purchase of a valuable $90 discount of your season subscription. We'll be raising the lights in just a moment, and you'll have an opportunity to respond during our final song selection from Phantom of the Opera. But I know you two have some thoughts about this as well.
Well, on behalf of the other advisory board members, Wayne, it's a real privilege and honor for us to serve with LifeHouse Theater. And I have to tell you, being on the advisory board, we get to hear some of the challenges that LifeHouse faces in delivering. We're really not asking you to give to LifeHouse tonight as much as we're asking you to give to a mission and a movement. And what you did say, you said, well, when we do the season unveiling, we really want to provide a gift to the community for 25 years, 25 glorious years. And I mean, did they give us a gift for the next year or what? Yes. So that gift, and I would ask all of you, as you think about the gift that LifeHouse has been, a gift of music, a gift of drama, a gift of theater, a gift of opportunity. I know, Gary, you're going to share a moment, but I know for my daughter, an 8-year-old, you gave her an opportunity to take the stage. And all the people, our hosts, everybody that is on all the lives that have been changed, it's been LifeHouse has been a gift, and now it's our turn to return that gift. And I ask all of you to consider doing that. Gary?
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Well, yes, it's me, the one that's in the program with the high school picture in there. It is.
No, it hasn't aged.
It is such a privilege for me and Val to support LifeHouse Theater. I just can't believe it's been 25 years, and I just think we'll be 25 more at least. Let me just tell you a true story. This being the place to tell stories, this is actually a true story. Picture an orphan boy, an orphan man, and two kids, two brothers that came to the United States with a kind help with an aunt. And through hard work, they had studied and came from a foreign country and came to what was the College of Medical Evangelists, and they both got into med school. Well, that summer, one of the brothers hitchhiked back east and was selling books door to door to try to get money to get into to help with med school. He had already been accepted. And he hitchhiked back east, which was common in those days. Wouldn't think about doing it now, but back then it was fairly common. And so he went back east. He was hitchhiking, and then when it was about time to get back to school on time, to take a spot in the class, he got to St. Louis, and he ran into a toll bridge in St. Louis, and he didn't have the coin to get across the bridge because he just didn't have the money. So he sat on his suitcase there just wondering what to do, and he was praying for all he was worth, and time went by, and he realized that his dreams were starting to fade because he knew how much time it took to make it back to Loma Linda on time. And anyway, his hope turned into despair, and he just realized that it wasn't going to happen. But right at the end of his shift, the toll booth operator walked over to him and flipped him the coin that he needed. And he made it back to Loma Linda on time. Just that one little coin, had such an incredible ripple effect, And he had a successful career as a physician, but he always repeated that story over and over again. Who was that guy? He was my uncle, and the other brother was my father. And, that ripple effect, I mean, if you think about it, it was over 70 years ago, but the ripple extends to tonight as we repeat his story of this toll booth operator that was a silent hero that just saw a need, and I guess more importantly, too, there's another aspect to it. The toll booth operator was a man of color, and my uncle, of course, was a Chinaman, or I guess you would say Asian now. Long before the correct political terms were in place, this man saw a need, and he gave a coin to my uncle. And in that same spirit, you folks are also the quiet heroes of LifeHouse. And quiet heroes, they just kind of do the right thing no matter what. They're driven by the strength of their character, and they just do the right thing. Well, you know something? LifeHouse is the right thing to do. So the moral of the story is not to give a coin. It's to give and continue that ripple effect so LifeHouse can be well supported and well established well into the future. And again, thank you so much, Wayne and Tammy, and all you silent heroes out there that support LifeHouse. You are the quiet heroes that just do what you do because it's the right thing to do. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you very, very much. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Gary, thank you. Appreciate it very much. And to add to that, I think Gary and I were comparing notes some time ago, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Gary, that one of the offspring of that uncle of yours in the family tree ended up being my orthodontist when I was a boy. And so that ripple effect, you just never know how lives can change with such a small act. So thanks, Rich.
Wow. All right.
We're going to bump up the lights in just a moment and give you an opportunity to respond, I believe.
And as those lights come up, we'll give you some time to reflect and respond to the challenge to keep LifeHouse strong. And we'll be favored by a song from LifeHouse Theater's smash hit original version of The Phantom of the Opera. Here is Angel of Music, performed by Haven Fair and Autumn Manson.
You to be near, God be with me, please come meet me here. My Father spoke of you, He taught me of your care. Lord, help me see you there. Send your loving angel of music, so I can sing tonight. Don't let me fail. I long to sing your praises to the masses, and with your loving help I can prevail. All for you, all for you, My Father told me I should use my gift for you. I won't let him down. To you both I'll be true. This is my dream, and tonight could make or break it. And when the moment comes, I never will forsake it.
it yet, but soon you will believe me. Just beyond this silver mirror, I've always been here. It seems that I'm your angel, and I'm near. I'll be an angel of music. I'll be an angel of music. I prayed a lifetime for this, for heavenly bliss, and now here we both stand as God planned.
God answered me. He brought me to this mirror. God answered us, for we both have seen him here.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Hayden. Thank you, Hayden. Appreciate it. Haven Fair and Autumn Manson, really appreciate that. Well, dear, my better half, you want to come up and join me as we give away 2 season passes to some unsuspecting some person who I'm sure is looking forward to such a thing. I understand that you have the basket of those who have entered. My goodness. Let's see, I think I see the name Scott in there somewhere. No, I don't think so. I'm just kidding. First of all, I think we want to thank Rich and for your hosting tonight, Rich. It's just a blessing to see where you've come in your life and for all your help. Thank you. And you might want to be our delivery man, if you don't mind, to whoever our winners are.
help.
What's that?
Happy to help.
Thank you. You want to dig deep and choose a name in there? See who comes out? Who's the winner? You want me to read it? Yes. All right. It is someone who needs to work on their handwriting. No, it's Barbara. Is it? Starts with a J, it looks like. Barbara, is it Jacqueline?
Yes.
That's it.
That's it.
Where are you? We're so glad you won. Congratulations. It's right over there, Rich. Put that over there. We're glad you won that. And you'll work on your handwriting. No, I'm kidding. Congratulations. We'll look forward to seeing you at our upcoming season. And we'll do that once again. Oh, wait a minute. Now they're going to boo because somebody lost their opportunity because of it. See, I'm a sage. I predicted that. Okay. And the winner is, our second winner is Shirley Proch? Where are you, Shirley? Right there in the back. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yes, we're so happy you won that. Very fine, very fine. Now, we have all kinds of wonderful refreshments and food out in our pavilion, and adjacent to the pavilion is another smaller pavilion where you can get your money-saving season passes tonight. And also, if you are moved to contribute to the cause, the movement of LifeHouse, we would be most appreciative of that as well. We promise not to lock the doors and keep you here till you give. But it'll be undoubtedly cooler out there and we can enjoy some fellowship, but we have lots in store, so please, please avail yourselves of that, as I always say. Thank you for joining us tonight and for the journey that you have helped us go on with God's help. May God bless you all. What? Thank you and good night, everyone. Thank you.
Full moon and starry eyes, how do you do? It's a great night for dancing if you're dancing 2 by 2. Full moon and starry eyes, will you be true? foolishly prancing with no one but you. You are the only one that I am romancing with, and I will always be true to you. Full moon and starry eyes, how do you do? It's a great night for dancing if you're dancing 2 by 2. Full moon and starry eyes, will you be true? I'd never dance with